If you've ever been on the internet or watched any movie, then I'm sure you've heard the rule that you're supposed to wait at least 3 days before texting a girl after getting her number. Listen to me closely. This is the absolute worst advice ever. Why would you ever wait that fucking long? Just send a girl a text. Are you fucking serious? That's ridiculous. Here's what happens if you wait 3 days. First off, she's gonna totally forget giving you her number within 24 hours of you meeting her. Secondly, all the momentum and interest you built with her is going to dissipate within the first 48 hours. And lastly, within 72 hours, she's already totally forgotten about you and will probably never think of you again. So now, let me ask you, do you really want to wait 3 fucking days to text a girl? Fuck no! You should text her right after you get her number or a few hours later. This way, all the interest she has in you is maintained and built up even more. This also prevents her from forgetting about you and flaking on your messages. Also, she probably doesn't expect you to text her right away, so it will make you stand out and even more appealing. If you text a girl after 3 days when all of her interest is lost, then you've successfully given her no incentive to text you back. Think about it from her perspective. Why would you text this guy who took so long to hit you up and whom you're no longer interested in? It makes no sense, and that's why you should do it immediately to execute on that interest. So you've got her number, and now you know that you need to text her immediately. But what do you even say? When you first text her, you gotta send her something funny, something playful, and something that'll make her interested in continuing the conversation. I prefer to tease her about something you guys talked about in person, or text her saying something flirty like, "Hey, it's Adam, your soulmate. We met earlier, remember?" Throw a quick emoji in there and you'll be slam dunking in that pussy in no time, baby. You can watch my other video in which I have explained things in depth about the best opening and teasing, but for now it's just a quick example of what your first text to her should be. From there, you should have a conversation with her that emphasizes building on the existing momentum and interest established when you first met her. But don't forget, you should still keep it light and playful. So if you built her interest by being really funny in person, then you should be funny over text and double down on that because it's what pushed her to give you her number in the first place. Similarly, if you were really sarcastic and witty in person, then you should replicate that in the texts you sent her as well. Essentially, what you're doing with the text conversation is showing her the reason she gave you her number in the first place, and showing her why she should be even more interested in you. In this initial conversation, you should definitely be teasing her about the fact that you guys are going to hang out, and depending on how well the conversation goes, you can even try planning a date right there on the spot. I've typically found it best to go in and ask for the date during the second, third, or fourth text conversation. Any more than 4 conversations, and she'll lose interest. Now I know I'm a genius, and I'm teaching you this stuff in order for you guys to follow it and be successful with it. But I don't want you to think these are hard and fast rules that are set in stone. Maybe the girl is really open and down to hang out. So in that case, it would be appropriate to ask right there during the first text conversation. It really just depends. Every situation is different. And some girls like to move fast too, so you should try to figure out yourself what kind of person she is and act accordingly. A big part of texting and dating in general is being confident in the value and fun you can provide the girl, and using that as your guiding force. Besides, you should relax and feel free to do what you think is best in situations anyways. Texting a girl is supposed to be something fun, so you shouldn't stress yourself out about it. If you're ever stuck in a situation, just think back to the advice I've given you. Take into account what you know about the girl and your relationship so far, and most of all, take a fucking chill pill and just be confident, because trust me, being confident will make all of your interactions with women 10 times better, easier, and it will be natural. Now for today's homework. Create 3 different opening text messages. They should be funny, playful, or flirty. If you're comfortable, try using one in a real conversation, and also comment some good openers in the comments section.